Hey guys, Kalila here, and welcome to episode number 17. I tried not to look this time. I couldn't help it. I could have helped it, but I just want to be sure. Okay. Hello. How are you guys? I hope you're doing great. I'm doing well. I have been knitting. It doesn't feel like I've been knitting a lot, because I've been monogamously knitting for the most part. And, I haven't done that in a while. Usually I'm like working on this or working on that or working on that or working on this. I did work on a few things, but I have just been working kind of on one project for the past 2 weeks. And only recently, like literally the last couple days, I started on continuing one of my WIPS and then also casting on something new. There's one project that I did work on today. No, not today, sorry. There is one project that I did work on, but I'm not going to show it today because I did like 2 rounds. Yeah, and it's my Oslo hat. I did 2 rounds and it looks the exact same, so there's no point in showing you. Anyway, today I have no finished objects. I have 3 WIPs to show you. Like I've said before, I have 6 WIPs. Now I actually do have 6 WIPs. I have 6 WIPs, but I am not showing all of them because 3 of them have basically no progress. 2 of them, no progress at all, and then my Oslo hat, 2 rounds of progress. And those WIPs are my Oslo hat, which I just talked about, my zipper sweater, and my vanilla socks. Those I have not. No. Oh my gosh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was right in my last podcast that I had 6 WIPs. My 6th WIP is my, I almost said it, my new design that I'm working on. And I totally forgot I actually casted it on. I have the collar done. So I have 7 WIPs actually. I have 1, 2, 3 sweater WIPs, 1 cardigan, 2 socks, and 1 hat. Yeah, but the sweaters, the 2 out of the 3 sweaters only have collars. So technically it doesn't feel like I have a lot of sweaters on the needles because they're so small right now, okay? Anyway, 7 WIPs, I'm only showing you 3, okay? But yeah, so those WIPs are my Oslo hat, vanilla socks, zipper sweater, and my new design I am working on. But let's start with what I'm wearing. It is not my sweater. It is actually Kahila's sweater, and she knitted it for a test knit that I believe is still going on. I think it's still going on. It is the Stick Season sweater by Rebecca Clow of the Crayabea, and Kahila was part of the test knit. As you can see, it is very true to size because that is how Rebecca designs her things, and this is knit using yarn that I gave Kahila, both yarns. She used 2 strands held together. The first strand was Holst Super Soft, and then the second strand was Isager mohair that I gave her, that was left over from my Mamba sweater. And yeah, it created this nice combination. And it was just like literally the perfect shade. So what's really nice about this sweater is this, should I call it a rib design? It's literally knits and purls together. If you can like see it close, it's ribbed. It looks kind of ribbed. And then there's the shoulder detail. Let me show you. Like here, going down the shoulder. Wait, and it goes down here. You can see the back, it looks nice. It goes all the way down and into the ribbing at the bottom. It just bleeds into the 2x2, which is so cool. What the heck? That is an amazing design feature. And it happens on both sides as well. This side and on this side. And I think it goes down the front. Yeah. So that's cool. Kahila did have to lengthen the body because the body and the sleeves, and as you can see, it's still like a true to size length with the body and the sleeves because it was too short for her. We have long arms and long torsos, so we typically have to lengthen things anyway, so it wasn't surprising. It's like, that's normal for us. But yeah, that is the sweater that I'm wearing today. It feels really good. I cannot feel isager mohair on my body. Like, that is the softest mohair I have ever felt. I'm excited to try Tilia by Filcolana because that is another one that I have felt on my skin. Not knitted. I haven't knitted with it, but I have it in stash and I felt it and I was like, oh my gosh. And it kind of feels like the isager feeling wise, but we'll see once I knit with it. All right, so let me get to my WIPS. No finished objects. I'll get to my WIPS. I don't have any acquisitions either. So this is just a WIP podcast, okay? So let's start with my first WIP. I actually started working on it again yesterday. And because I was like, oh my gosh, I need a little break from working on big projects. So let me just pick up one of my smaller projects that I know will go by very quickly. So these are my Sunday socks. It's the Sunday socks by Petite Knit. And I had already finished one sock. And I had started on the second sock and I was like, here. On the second sock, I was like, here. And then yesterday I was like, and I got past the heel. I did the entire heel. And now I am on the foot. So I'm just literally doing the same thing in the round over and over and over and over and over again until I get to the measurements needed for the sock. So I have this much of the sock left to do, which I can actually finish today. I think I'll do that. While I'm editing this video and scheduling it, I will work on this sock. And by the next podcast, you should see it finished. I think that would be really cool. I actually wound up my yarn yesterday because the reason why I hadn't been working on this sock is because I needed to wind up another skein of yarn. And I was just like, I don't feel like winding yarn. Winding yarn is a task, okay? It is a chore and you literally need to allot some time in your day to do it because it will take time. This didn't take a long time because it's worsted weight yarn. So it was actually fine and I was just being overly dramatic. But this is Malabrigo Rios yarn and it is a worsted weight yarn. I threw away the tag, so I don't remember what the yardage is. And I took a picture of it. I can show you guys. I mean, tell you guys. Speak on it. Okay. Yeah, so it is worsted weight yarn, 210 yards or 192 meters, 100 grams, and it is 100% superwash merino wool. It is very nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, it's Malabrigo. Malabrigo Rios. And it's so soft and so squishy. I'll show my finished sock. But you can just see, like, I don't know, the squish factor on this. You can really see it with this 2x2 rib. It's just so nice. I'm loving it so much. It is so soft to work with. And I think it'll be, oh my gosh, imagine this as a sweater. Imagine this as a sweater with texture. The yarn is so round that it will produce the most beautiful texture ever because it's just so beautiful. I love it. And I'm excited to finish the sock. This is a gift knit. This is not for me. I have made myself Sunday socks already using yarn that Alexandra from Alexandra's Garn. Oh my gosh, I thought that's so Americanized. Alexandra from Alexandra's Garn is gifted me last year. And also, I made 3 sets of Sunday socks for my dad last year for his birthday. Was it last year? I think it was last year for his birthday. So after I made him 3 pairs and I was like all Sunday socked out. So I didn't make my own Sunday socks until like this year, I think. So a year later, I was like, I'm done making Sunday socks. But now I'm making another pair for a friend. And it is so perfect because you don't really have to guess someone's like leg width because it's 2x2 ribs, so it stretches a lot, okay? And yeah, so that is the gift net. the next project that I have been working on for the past 2 weeks, you guys will remember this, it is in this bag here. That sock is in that bag because I go walking and I did a lot of my knitting on my morning walks. And now that I'm past the heel, I think that's going to become my morning walk knit again. I haven't been knitting on anything during my walks, but now that I'm just at a plain spot, I'm going to definitely be knitting on that, okay? So my next project that I have been working on, I got a lot of progress on this. Sorry, my yarn fell out of this. And I actually have a project video coming out on it in about 2 weeks. 2 weeks probably? Yeah, because that's when I plan to be finished with this cardigan. Now this cardigan is the Sand Cardigan by Woollen Knitwear. And it is a test knit that I am a part of. The yarn that I'm using, another pinkish kind of yarn, it is Isager Aran Tweed, and it is in a color rose. What color was that? I don't know, who cares? Yeah, this is in the color rose. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, on the Sunday socks, I'm using a size 4mm needle. And this, I'm using a size 5mm needle, so that means it is going by so quickly. As you guys know, I am a DK weight knitter, okay? So I'm usually in the realm of I'm a fingering weight DK weight knitter. So I'm usually around the 3 to 4mm needle range, okay? So 3, 3.5, 4. And so working on 5mm needles means I'm going by like this, I'm zooming, okay? So last podcast, I think it was like here. I don't think I had even done the pockets, but now I have to stand up to show you because it is long. So it is past my butt already. I have done the pockets because it does come with pockets that are knitted into the fabric. So it's not, because you know how a lot of pockets are done after the fact? This is like a built-in pocket, which is so freaking cool. But actually, I can put it on and show you guys just the length of it so you can see how long it is. Let me step on a chair. Don't step on swivel chairs, guys, okay? Do not do like me. But yeah, see, this is how long it is so far. This is my butt, and this is how far down it is past my butt, and it needs to go to my ankle. So I actually am more than halfway done with the cardigan, which is so exciting. I can't believe how true to size this is. It feels so weird. Okay, yes, I am just ecstatic, okay? It is so easy. Actually, I thought it was going to be a little difficult because I overthink everything. So this is what it looks like in the back. It is basically the length of a cardigan, of a normal length cardigan, even past the length of a normal length cardigan. Because you know, cardigans typically stop at the waist or like right below the waist, just above the butt. And this is way past my butt, which is so cool. I thought I was going to struggle doing the pockets because when I read ahead, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? What does this mean? What does that mean? Because I always read through my patterns before I knit, okay? That is something that I think is so very important. Read through the pattern before you knit it up so that you can see if you'll run into anything that you're not clear about or something, techniques that you haven't done before or you don't understand, and so you can be prepared. Excuse me, I'm recording. No one can hear me. There's just a truck outside backing up. Anyway, yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, but I remembered when I did the Mamba sweater test knit and how I I was overthinking everything, and it was when I actually got to it, it was so easy. I was like, oh, maybe I just needed to get to it to understand it. I'm so sorry if you can hear that, but I'm not gonna stop talking. Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's the trash truck, garbage truck. Yeah, I was like, okay, let me not make that same mistake, because last time I overthunk. Last time I was overthinking, I had to frog. So I was like, I don't want to frog this time. Let me actually just knit until I get to that section, and let me take it step by step, because there's a pocket section and a pocket opening, and I was like, okay, anyway, I got to it and it was easy. I did mess up a little bit, you'll see in the video, but not because I was overthinking, but because because I was overthinking, but not because I was overthinking when I got to that part. I don't know if that makes sense. It doesn't matter if it does or not. You will understand when you watch my project video that I am coming out with this in a couple weeks. Okay? Anyway, it was great. Just to say, it is easy. Okay? Nothing is confusing. I'm just an overthinker. And Kahila came. She was looking at the she's like, oh yeah, we're supposed to do this and do this and do that. And I was like, oh, we are? Oh. She helped me understand when I didn't even realize I didn't understand, because I was like, oh yeah. Anyway. Great pattern. Literally, I'm just doing plain stockinette back and forth. It is knit flat. It's a cardigan. So knit flat back and forth until I reach the length that I want. And then I'm going to be doing the button band. I call it a button band even though it doesn't have buttons, but it's, you know, the edging button band of the cardigan, which will go from like here to about there. That's exciting. I'll probably have to pull out my longer cord to fit this entire thing on there. But yeah, this is the whip that I have been working on for the past 2 weeks, and I was like, okay, let me take a little break, and that's why I worked on my Sunday socks, and I'm gonna do it again today. I'm gonna work on my Sunday socks today, especially since I have already done a bunch of things today. Non-knitting related, but I'm like, whew, I need a woosah. And though I can just knit on this mindlessly, I do want to get the satisfaction of like finishing a little project, just a little whip that has been on the needles for a while, and I think that'll be so great to have those finished socks. And also, I plan on finishing this by the time the next podcast airs. Okay, so next week, this will be finished. For sure, 100%. That is my goal, okay? Today I'm knitting on this. No. Today I'm knitting on my Sunday socks. It's already 4 p.m. So even if I did work on this, I wouldn't get that much done. Oh, the yarn is gifted, by the way, for the test knit by Isager, just to be completely transparent. Yeah, I wouldn't get that much done today anyway. Well, I could, because I'll be up for like 6 more hours, but who cares? I will work on my Sunday socks and edit this, and then tomorrow and then the rest of next week, basically, I'm going to work on this project, and like I said, I should be done by the time this next podcast airs for next week. And that is all that I have to talk about for this project. That was a lot, but I think it's great. I think it's great. I can't wait for the pattern to come out. I will let you guys know, of course. And now let's talk about my last whip. My last whip is a gift knit. It is a sweater that I'm knitting for a friend, and I'm using, ignore how messy this looks. I'm just laughing because I had a whole lot of yarn barf come out of this the other day, yesterday to be precise, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to use it section by section so that I do not get knots. Not that I mind, because I love untangling yarn, but it is tedious and I do not want to make time to untangle yarn. So for this knit, I'm using Pound of Love by Lion Brand, and it is 100% premium acrylic, and it is a medium weight yarn. size 4, weight 4. So worsted weight yarn, and it is in this color. I am so excited to use this because first of all, it is so soft. So soft, and I think it's so perfect to gift, to use to gift to someone who is not a knitter and not a crafter, so that they can just wash this like a normal garment, you know, and not worry about if their sweater is going to shrink, okay? And oh, look at this yarn barf. There's one yarn barf, 2 yarn barfs. It looks scarier than it is, okay? I promise you that. Yeah, so I am doing the Handstone sweater by Petite Knit, and I just have the collar done. No, the collar's not even done. I have done the collar so far. I'm on the last round before I have to fold it, so it's gonna be like, can I get a good, it's gonna be like this. I love a good folded collar, okay? Like, it is just so nice. But this is how it's coming out. It is a little like tight because it is worsted weight yarn instead of DK weight yarn, which DK weight yarn is the recommended weight yarn for the sweater. And I'm using the exact needle sizes, but I don't care because I don't mind if the sweater comes out bigger than the dimensions say. I think that would be even better because, listen, I'm an oversized sweater lover, and the person I'm knitting this for knows that, and even if it's a little bigger than normal, they won't mind. They don't care, okay? So that is what this sweater is going to be. I don't really have a timeline for this sweater, but I kind of do. Like, I want it to be a gift that I can send off for like Christmas or something. And I'm playing in my head all of the projects that I want to have done and need to have done if I want to make the deadlines that I want to make. And I'm just like, where does this fit in there? Where is this gonna fit in there? But you know what? I will take it week by week, okay? I'm not gonna work on this anytime soon, basically. It's not gonna be a priority, let's say that. I casted it on 2 days ago. I worked on half the collar the first day, and then I did a little bit yesterday, and then I just worked more on my Sunday socks. So if I finish my Sunday socks at a reasonable time before I go to bed, I will probably pick this back up and finish off the collar because I do want to have it folded, because once it's folded, I can like get started straight into the German short rows and stuff and see how that is. I am using my C-knit needles that my dad gifted me, and so far they feel great. They are bamboo needles, so they are very lightweight, very nice, and my only thing that I do not like is that it is a twist to close needle. It's just not my preferred joining method of needles. It's literally like my Takumi needles where you have to like twist it, but when it comes to the quality, this is higher quality than my Takumi bamboo needles, and the finishing feels much smoother than my Takumi needles. So I am really enjoying this. I've only been working on it for a little bit, so once I switch my needles to the 4mm and I continue working on the body, I will give more of an update on how I feel about these needles. But I want to have this done sometime in December. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm just, okay. Yeah, I want to have this done sometime in December. I think that would be really great. And I think that's doable because let's see the timeline of my projects. I want to, so I'm going to finish my, what do you call this? My sand cardigan next week. I'm going to finish my Sunday socks today. I'm going to I have my, oh, I almost said the name. I have my new design that I'm working on for a February release. So that's another one. And then while I'm doing that, I want to do a second, what do you call it? Sample of my Never sweater. Oh my gosh, I'm saying that. I actually wanted to show you guys the swatch because remember last time it was on the blocking mats? Here it is. Here's the swatch. It looks so nice. It is blocked and everything. Beautiful. It was in my swatch bag, so it's a little wrinkled, okay? But let's just look at how beautiful this is, okay? It is so nice. Drops Flora paired with Drops Kid Silk Mohair. And the Drops Flora is a 65% wool, 35% alpaca. Does that equal 100%? I'm not sure. 5, 5, 10, 6, yes. 6, 10, 10. Yes. Okay. Yes, 65% wool, 35% alpaca. And that is the combination. And this is going to be the second sample of my Never sweater, which is in testing. Also, I added one more size to my Never sweater. I hear my dad and my sister. I added one more size to my Never sweater, and it is the last size, so I have 11 sizes now instead of 10. And what else? Yeah, so the rest of October, which is basically, October is literally gone now, okay? So I'm gonna finish those two projects I mentioned, my Sunday socks, my Sand cardigan. I'm going to continue grading for my second design, or start regrading again, remember, because I am starting over for the last 10 sizes. Yeah, I have to regrade those and start grading because only 5 of them are graded, and it's wrong now because I have extended the range. So I have to redo everything. Anyway, doesn't matter. No, the last 11 sizes, not 10, because I have 16 sizes in that pattern. Yeah, so those two, and then my new design, and then my Never sweater second sample. So that's gonna take me all of November if I'm working on 2 large sweaters at the same time. Actually, I'm not gonna work on 2 large sweaters at the same time. I'm going to work on 1 sweater, my new design, and then we'll see. Because I wanna finish my new design in 2 weeks. I want to spend 2 weeks on it, knit the entire thing in 2 weeks so that I can start my testing period, so that I can be able to get the pattern released in February, because I want to have a 12-week testing period, which means I need to have this test knit start the last week of November, the latest, okay? Alrighty. And then we'll go on into further details. Of course, things are subject to change. Just pretend there's an asterisk behind all of what I'm saying, okay? That is all that I have to talk about in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And let me know what you're working on while watching this. I know it's a little shorter, but a lot of my podcasts will be shorter now that I'm doing weekly updates. And for my members, hi, Tier 2 and Tier 3, you'll be getting your vlog this coming Sunday. Remember, every single Sunday I try to post a vlog for you guys. If there is a Sunday that I will not be able to post, I will let you guys know. I'll update you in my community tab, of course, but so far everything is on schedule and set to be edited and released. Okay, so that is all that I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, if you are not a member yet, you can go ahead and click that join button and you can see all of the perks that I have. If you're on mobile, I have the link down below in the description box and you can see all of it from there. Alrighty, bye.